What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW video. So yesterday I uploaded a video talking about tips for leveling up for level 41 up to level 50. And one of those tasks I ended up getting a ton of comments on, and I figured I might as well go ahead and make a video about it. And it all has to do with the Pokemon Meltan and the task of powering up 3 Pokemon up to level 50. Now, to power up a Pokemon to level 50, it requires 296 XL Candies, which is a lot. If you've been playing Pokemon Go lately, you know how difficult that can be. So Meltan actually fits into this perfectly, because when you catch a mythical Pokemon like Meltan, you actually end up getting 3 guaranteed XL Candies if you are at level 40 or above. So all you have to do, of course, is to get yourself the mysterious box, go ahead and pop it and catch as many of those Meltan as you can, and you'll be getting XL Candies in no time. And of course, along the way, if you can do some lucky trades and get yourself a lucky Meltan, then of course you'll also save on Stardust on the flip side of it. Now, as far as getting the mysterious box is concerned, though, the main method that people used to use when the box first came out was using the Nintendo Switch and Pokemon Let's Go. And of course, you have to have a Switch to do that. You have to know someone to do that. So instead, I'm going to be talking about the updated method where you can use Pokemon Home. We're going to set up an account. We're going to do it all in under 5 minutes, and we're going to get ourselves a mysterious box to get ourselves some Meltan. So anyways, I hope you do enjoy this episode. If you do and you find it helpful, make sure to turn that like button shiny, and of course subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all Pokemon Go news, tips, and tutorials. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm actually going to be demonstrating this as a person who does not have a Nintendo account. And if you do have a Nintendo account, then we'll briefly talk about it, but it should be a lot easier for you. But let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to be using my wife's account to be able to demonstrate this. So notice that she is level 35, by the way, so we're not going to be able to see those XL Candies come in for this trainer in particular, but it will happen for your account. Like I showed before, we've got the screenshot to kind of prove that. So let's go ahead and scroll down into settings in Pokemon Go and click on Pokemon Home. Once you do that, you're going to have to sign into a Nintendo account. Beforehand, I mentioned go ahead and sign in like normal if you already have one. If you don't, click create a Nintendo account. It's actually very easy to walk through it. You'll get a verification code eventually sent to your email, and then you'll enter it in, and then you'll verify that you want to create your account. We're going to get an error because we are first not signed in to the Nintendo account, even though we just created one. So we're going to have to go do that later. And then secondly, we don't have Pokemon Home installed. So we need to go ahead and download that app. I'll put some links to this in the description just to make it easier. And we're going to go through the brief little tutorial thing that it has in Pokemon Home. And there's a lot of things you can do in Pokemon Home, but because we're specifically focusing on transferring Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home, we're going to kind of limit the scope of what we talk about today. So yeah, you'll go through, create the account, very similar situation for what we did with a Nintendo account. And the whole goal of this is to create a Nintendo account that we sign into in Pokemon Go and we sign into in Pokemon Home, and it can create the link, and then we will be able to transfer Pokemon over to Pokemon Home, and most importantly, get ourselves the mysterious box. So you're going to sign into your account, just click those yellow buttons, and then you're officially going to have your Nintendo account linked into Pokemon Home, and then go ahead and click yes at this point in time. And then beyond that, we've got a little brief tutorial. Kind of cool concept. You get to pick a starter in Pokemon Home, which is pretty cool. Flashbacks of starting Pokemon Go back in 2016 here. I did ask my wife which starter she wanted, and she did want Charmander. Big fan of Charizard. So we're creating a Pokemon Home profile, and we already have our Nintendo account linked. You can pick out an avatar, for example, which is pretty cool. And then, like I said, you also end up getting to pick a starter, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, like I said, she ended up going with Charmander there. So you get to kind of have a little bit of fun with Pokemon Home and kind of get to learn a little bit more about their settings here, kind of walking through this process. So now we need to go back over to Pokemon Go because we're not signed in to our Nintendo account yet. So we're going to click sign in and then go ahead and sign in like we did before. And then now we officially have the Nintendo accounts on both of them, and you just click send Pokemon. So you'll be able to send as many Pokemon as you can as long as the transporter energy has energy. It ends up building up over time. So we're going to put in a shiny Squirtle, so it's going to deplete some of the energy, but we could still do more Pokemon if we wanted. And now we officially have the mystery box available. If you're curious what it looks like in Pokemon Home, it's going to ask you if you want to receive a Pokemon, but by the way, you already get your mysterious box before doing all this, so you technically don't even have to do this. But yeah, I just wanted to show what it looked like, and then you'll finally click receive Pokemon, and it will officially show up in Pokemon Home. If you scroll over to Pokemon, you can see little Squirtle there, so yeah, definitely looking good. But like I said, we're focusing on the Pokemon Go aspect of it, so let's go ahead and go back. We've already sent the Pokemon over. We've got the mysterious box. So if we go ahead and scroll down, you'll see that it is made available for you. You can go ahead and click open, and you're going to be able to do this, and it's going to be a great way to get yourself a ton of Meltan. Obviously, it's like the only way to get Meltan, and then simultaneously, you can get a lot of XL candies out of this Pokemon just because of those guaranteed XL candies. So I think it ends up being a great way to do this. So I'm glad that people were commenting, by the way, on the video, telling me that I should focus maybe a little bit more on Meltan, getting the mysterious box, using Pokemon Home, and I haven't made a tutorial for it just because I've been gone. I took a 8-month break when this would have come out, or this option in particular. So I hope you did enjoy it. Definitely let me know if there's anything that I missed. And I just want to say, if there is something that I missed, make sure to check out the comment section, because people are constantly trying to fill in some of the holes that I may have left out. I definitely try to cover anything and everything that I know, but I'm not perfect. So make sure that you check out that comment section below. But if you did enjoy the video and you did find it helpful, make sure to turn that like button shiny, and of course subscribe. And I also want to give a huge shout out to the supporters over at Patreon. Thank you so much. If you want to support the channel and join the exclusive Discord server where we talk about Pokemon Go, coordinate for raids, definitely make sure to check out the Patreon link in the description below, and I will see you next time.